would call like friends' parents just by their first name. I'm like, you are 11 years old.
Unbelievable. You just called him Steve. You're 11. Unreal,
like,
dog.
How do you do that?
The nerve.
Unbelievable.
I would throw up in the bathroom if somebody made me call their dad by their first name. Just call me Dan. Let's get fucked. Ooh, that was a heater. Let's get fucked up. Kisser.
Sounded like my driver.
Let's get fucked up. Wait, you're driving?
I can smack the shit out of it.
Really?
Doesn't always go straight, but I can whale it.
That's a crazy thing for anybody to say.
Yeah, you know, just golf guy. Play some golf.
Let's play some golf.
All right. TG40.
Really?
4-0. Hey, God, go. Oh, my gosh.
Dude, you can't say a number on me without thinking of a stupid ass football player from my childhood.
Happened over the weekend, or last week. It was like last Friday. Texted Ben, was at Culver's, literally had one of those little blue numbers they give you for your order, and it was 76.
How rude of them.
I said fucking Joe Wrights.
Just to slap a 76 in your window.
Yeah. Guess it made sense because I was getting a double butter burger.
Yeah, but you don't look like 76. You give 76 to the fat guy in the car. Boom, 76. Fits.
If only that was how it works.
You're more of a 28. I'd throw a 28 on you in
32
no
maybe.
time.
Cool. Hey, guess what? I'm going to do shows.
Where?
Yeah, I got August 2nd in Columbus.
Let's go.
Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio, August 2nd. Then August 17th, Summit City Comedy Club, Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then August 22nd, Funny Bone in Cincinnati in Liberty Township. So it's a suburb of Cincinnati, apparently.
That's hard.
I am coming to perform in those cities with some more on the way. And I probably will have tickets available by this time. But anyways, I just want to get it out there for you guys. Be the same shit as how when Ben was doing them and when we had the show at the Vogue. But yeah, August 2nd, Funny Bone, Columbus, Ohio. August 17th, Summit City Comedy Club, Fort Wayne, Indiana. August 22nd, Funny Bone, Cincinnati.
Those are all lit locations too, man.
Just doing a little, you were going like real nationwide. I'm just kind of doing a nice little, in my fashion.
Smart. Figured out.
A nice little donut.
A little Midwest.
A little Midwest donut.
A little Midwest cake donut.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Very, very excited about it. And
what are the dates? No, seriously.
August 2nd, okay. August 17th, August 22nd.
It's coming up, baby.
So yeah, get your tickets. See you there. Can't wait. Gonna be fun. And yeah, very, very excited about it. So those are just the first 3 confirmations that I got. And my people were like, yeah, go ahead and talk about them on your show. And I said, cool.
Bro, so you wait a second though. You were on Howard Stern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell me everything. What are you waiting on?
Yeah. So it was really, really surreal. I was on Howard Stern for 3 days. And like what I mean by being on it, so like I was hired on as a performer, right? So basically back in like, this is how long of a process it was. Back in March, get an email. My manager gets an email from folks at the Howard Stern show. Mm-hmm. And they were like, hey, reaching out. Got a lot of writers on the staff who are fans of Joey's work and like want to see about getting him on the show to do some work with him. So like, holy shit. So I had to send in kind of like an impression reel, like an audio impression reel, send it in. And they kind of were like, yeah, we're like this, and this. We can work on this. And so finally,
how long was it?
At the beginning of May,
I'm going to ask
the
a bunch
reel,
of questions. Yeah.
It was about a minute and a half.
Oh, nice.
So I think I did like 7 different impressions, but it was all just like,
who'd you do?
Boom, boom, boom. I did Patrick Mahomes. I did Jimmy Fallon. I did Adam Sandler. I did Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro.
Heaters.
And there was another one I did.
Slappers only, baby.
Yeah. But so I sent that in the beginning of May. I got a phone call from my manager and she was like, guess what? And I said, what? She said, you're going to be on Howard Stern.
Bro.
And I was like, oh,
what do you do in that moment? I
was driving back from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I just picked up my credential and had Frank with me and he was in the back. And yeah, it was just truly like, holy shit,
Wrecks your car. That's what I would do.
So yeah, that happened. And then they were like, okay, yep, we're going to do June 12th through the 14th. You'll sit in on the show those 3 days. And then we had more phone calls to get the process down of how it was going to work. Mm-hmm. And so I had a rehearsal and they sent me this sick mic setup, of course. Like,
they sent it to you?
It's because at first I was like, oh, like I'm going to go out to New York.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I had that option. And I was like, well, yeah, I want to go out to the studio and to be there for it and everything. But then I talked with one of the folks who was kind of my contact point there, and she's a producer, writer on the show. And she was just like, she's like, honest to God, if I were you, I would just do it remote. She's like, we got this system down so well that we do remote, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I just would save you the travel and just like do it from Indy. And I said,
that'd be so sick to be in. You'd be in studio though?
Yeah. But the thing is that Howard isn't.
Where's he? He's at his house?
At his house.
What a fucking life that guy has, man.
And so she was like, I would get it if Howard was there, but since he's not, like, blah, 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 I'll just stay and do it from there. So, okay, fine. Saves me the travel. And so we had a rehearsal, and then I go into the show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that week, June 12th to the 14th. And what I'm doing is like, so I'm in the show. Like I'm sitting there and like I'm staring at Howard and Robin, you know, and like
you're like the co-host kind of. You're the third.
No, but like I'm in the room. I'm just ready to go for when my time is called upon.
Yeah.
And so like what I do.
I didn't even see this, bro.
Yeah, it's a Father's Day gift. Members only,
shit.
New Balance.
My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to.
I was gonna bring it up, but you hit the stern right off the front. So like I'm sitting in there, and then we have chats open on the side where I'm like working with writers and producers, and like the entire time throughout the 3 hours of the show or whatever, we're just pitching like bits and pitching jokes and pitching characters, you know,
like
so
while they're going through stuff,
right?
So like now you could say this, or now you'd like want to bring up that,
right? Or like, you know, I'd be like,
oh, that's how they do it.
I'd be like, oh, Jimmy Fallon wants to come help Howard take care of his cats or something.
Oh yeah,
you know, and so then like me and a few writers would start like pitching lines back and forth and be like, okay, we like this, and then they pitch it to like the head writer, and then all of a sudden if the head writer's like approved, it'll be like approved, you ready?
Bang, and you go in.
Well, then like Howard will be like, he'll, you know, knock at the door and then be like, oh look, we got Adam Sandler in the room. And then
wait, did you do him on his show?
Yeah, I did Tucker Carlson and Sandler. And so then like the knock on the door, and then I unmute myself, and then boom, I'm in there. And
so how many writers do you have to go through? Are there like two you're like writing jokes with while they're talking about stuff? And then the head writer signs off?
Yeah, and if that gets approved, then you get thrown into like the chat that has like literally all 50 of the staff members on there.
There's 50?
Damn near.
And they're writing too, or they're just like...
And so then like once it's approved, you're like in there and it's like, okay, character Adam Sandler or whatever. And then they're just... So I'm watching this chat while I'm talking to Howard, you know, and then like they're pitching. There's just lines. It's just boom, bing, bing, bing.
How
bing,
good
bing,
were
bing,
they?
Bing, 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 bing. I mean, these people are the pros of the pros.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But it was hard because it's like, you know, by the time it gets approved, and then by the time
they're done talking about it.
Well, but then by the time it gets approved, or then the time, because I had a few that got approved, but they didn't make it on because Howard would pivot and like move on to something else, so it didn't make sense.
So he's not like sitting in like waiting for shit ever. He's just kind of on his own. Howard Stern's just on his own like wavelength. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he's Howard Stern, so
I didn't know if he was like, you know, maybe there's one here, I'll like sit in it for a sec.
Well, yeah, but then like one, you know, the ones that did get approved, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm ready, I'm waiting, ready to go, and like I have a few lines that like I either like on my own, or a few that have already been pitched. I'm like, ooh, those are good. I'm gonna go with those. But then by the time it's approved, like I said, it's just like bing, 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 bing. And so then I'm like, oh shit, like it's hard to keep up with, and it's all happening in real time. So then like when you're on the air and you're trying to listen to Howard talk to you, and then you're trying to respond to him, but then you're also trying to use these like heaters of lines that these writers are pitching you and everything. And so it's all like, it's exhilarating, man. It's like literally being shot out of a cannon. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Like so the first day I was on,
I didn't think you were going to say exhilarating there. Which sounds like a nightmare. Like,
like, yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna get to. Is the first day that I was on. It's Monday.
The first day of the show had to be rough. In a good rough.
We get a pitch for Tucker Carlson approved in the first 20 minutes of my first show.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, you ready? I'm like, yep. And then literally, and then Howard brings on Tucker Carlson. And I'm like, I literally blacked out.
No.
I have no recollection.
I would do that.
I have no recollection of what I said. I know I said things and like, I know I got some laughs out of a few of the staff members that were like on the air. But like, other than that, I don't remember anything.
It's probably when you're at your best, honestly.
I don't know. But then like, you get more in the flow of it and everything like that. And then by the time that I did Sandler on the next day, then, I already felt better and I was on there for like a little over a minute and had kind of had some back and forth with Howard and like that I do remember because I was able to be like, okay, I got the first one out of the way. But it's just like all of a sudden the first 20 minutes of my first show and it's just like, boom, there you go.
Just in.
It was crazy. But obviously surreal experience. He's the standard of radio and media and, comedy and all that shit. So it was wild, man. Hopefully I'll kind of, what's crazy too, dude, is like, I don't know what your experience with these kind of things have been, but like, I know when I have been in a situation when I get on like a show like that or an experience like my head with Barstool, even like you kind of go into it and you're like, oh man, all these people are going to be like, show me what you got, kid. They're going to kind of be like dicks or whatever. Complete opposite. Like everybody there was just so like all the writers I worked with, all the producers, so like encouraging and like supportive and gave such great direction and like we're just awesome to work with.
Cause they know, bro.
And so, yeah, hopefully we'll milk that and kind of,
you're going to be a regular.
Hopefully. I had a few pitches for Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy Fallon that I was like, oh man, these will crush. I'm so ready. And they got approved and then but Howard just like pivoted elsewhere and they never got on. Yeah. So, but next time.
Yeah. You got them in your back pocket for next time. That's good. Did they give you like a return date or anything?
So I didn't know that, I guess I didn't realize it because they're all, Howard literally has his own channel on Sirius XM. So there's always something on, but like apparently they have a summer break where like they'll just play reruns of old shows and stuff. And then they'll come back in the fall, like live.
Yeah.
So hopefully with the coincide of football season, I'll be able to because they have a few like diehard Chiefs fans on staff. So I can just see Howard just being like, when do you think of him? I just be like, oh man, really? I think he's just like, always trying to suck my dick. So that's the hope, man. But yeah, it was awesome. And like, I know you'd appreciate, then hopefully our listeners would appreciate just like the behind the scenes of like, that's
all I want to know.
It's like the meme of like, how the meme of the duck where it's like above water, the duck looks so calm and collected, but then like below water, the feet or whatever.
That's all I'm interested in about
going
every single show. I was just like, what's the behind the scenes looking like? Like, how do they do this?
100%. So
there's
like
50 writers. Oh my God.
If you're just watching or listening to the Howard Stern show every day, this is definitely a peek behind the curtain. I don't know if they even want me to talk about this. Hopefully they don't get pissed, but it's just like,
boo.
This is why you come listen to these guys, but it's literally like Howard and Robin are doing their thing up top and then you just under the water, you have all these moving parts happening. And like you would never even think about it or like realize that's just how much of pros they are. It's crazy.
Love that show.
So that was the experience.
When I was a kid, man, I used to sneak and try to watch Howard Stern so much because I thought there'd be nudity.
The TV show?
Oh my, yeah, it was on like, I don't know what channel it was on.
I can't remember either.
Was it?
But like it was the one where
MTV?
Maybe like late night.
No, what if it was Comedy Central? I'd always look for that Howard Stern block. I'd be like, oh, there's boobs on that show. Try to watch it at like midnight. I'd be like, yo, I'm watching like Adult Swim or whatever.
Yeah, the intro. I just remember the intro was like he was like a string puppet, he'd come down and be like hard rock and it'd be like Howard walking, and then he'd be like, hey now.
I was so confused. Like, oh. But I saw like blurred out images and I was like, I gotta watch this shit. I can't miss this.
Yep, for sure. So
and you were on that.
It was cool.
Oh, it's hard.
It was awesome.
Who were they interviewing anybody like during your episode?
No, so they only had the 3 days that I was there, the only guest that they had was Andy Cohen, the Bravo host and the dude's everywhere on TV. And he was like, I didn't have any interaction with him, but I was just listening to the interview, trying to like pitch bits and stuff on there. And he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, that's another little treat, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, this members only jacket that we got, not jacket.
Father's Day?
Father's Day.
It looks custom made.
It's a New Balance shoe and it says members only.
Father's Day drip. Did you do they sell that? Or
I found it, I think, on like Etsy or something.
Oh my!
So
Etsy gang.
Etsy's the. I mean, it is. It's the shit, dude.
Etsy gang.
You can find anything on there.
I know. I'm always sketched out about like the shipping though. I'm always like,
yeah, it may take like 8 weeks to get there. But,
yeah, I know.
I mean,
this is gonna be so nice when I get it next October.
All right, start shopping for your Halloween party right now.
Celebrated
June
Father's
26th.
Day last Thursday with my dad.
Yeah, how do you celebrate Father's Day? This is an interesting topic.
2 weeks after Father's Day, we figure out when we can all meet up, and we just went to Brew Burger. And I had like 4 sides of grilled chicken, and that was it.
Nice.
Waters all around, no ice.
Nobody got anything besides water?
No. Oh, dude, my dad got an 𝗨𝗢𝗢𝗪. He's on that.
Ooh, nice.
Late on the Arnold though.
He kind of looks like a.
He's an AP.
Yeah,
Arnold. It's a nice little dream.
the way he dresses, very Arnold Palmer.
He's AP. He's in there. He's been doing the Arnold Palmer for like 5 years, bro.
He's AP top 25. He's dropping the ranking. Yeah, on Mondays. Everybody's looking forward to that AP top 25. Yeah, it's just Arnold Palmer's.
But that's how we did it.
Did you get him anything?
Absolutely not. And he paid for the whole lunch. I was like, yeah, sounds good.
You guys are to the point where you don't even like. Literally, your presence is just his presence.
If I tried to get my dad something, he'd be like, "What are you doing?"
But
if I got him a new car, he'd be like, "Okay, no." But even you can trade it in for money.
Even pay for like a meal, you can't.
He'd be like, "Shut up." If I tried to pay for dinner, he'd be like, "Well, what are we doing here? Are you about to poison me or something?" Yeah.
It's just muscle memory for him at this point,
He just wouldn't let it happen. I don't know if it's like an Italian thing, but he's nah.
Yeah.
I could literally shoot him in the ribs with a gun and he'd still be like, I got this.
my mom, dude, she's to the point now where my mom's always been a little cheap, and for majority of our life for good reason, just because we didn't have a ton of money. But, she's to the point now where she knows that like me and my sister and her husband, like me and my sister's respective own families now, we can get to the point where we can just go pay for our meal, Oh, yeah. But what kills me is every time that we go out to a family dinner for like a birthday or something, unless it's like, she'll pay for my birthday on my birthday.
Yeah.
But the other siblings are fending for themselves.
Oh, so it's separate checks.
Yeah. So, but she'll always
oh man, that's a nightmare.
She'll always ask like beforehand, She'll be like, "Are you guys okay with paying for your own dinner?"
That awkward ass thing, like, "Mom, yes."
Yeah, like, me and my sister every time, like, yes, we are adults. Yes, it's not a problem. Like. You paid for our whole life.
Hit her with that no.
You don't have to do that, And if she would go about it and just straight up be like, "Now, is it all right if you guys just take, But the way she's, "No, can you? Is it all right to pay for your dinner? You pay for your dinner."
That is so funny. I don't think I'll ever pay for a meal when I'm going out with my parents.
And they'll surprise you every now and then. That's what I love about my parents is they kind of will keep me on my toes a little bit. Sometimes they'll just be like, "Oh no, we got it." I'm like, "Oh,
ooh,
little treat."
What's up? Getting appetizers now?
But it's like if there's even then,
what's up, dessert?
Even then,
you're ringing it up, dude.
That's what kills me about my mom
16 beers.
What kills me about my mom is like, even on those times, like when it's like clear that like they're paying for it,
They go
like
dirt
if you
cheap.
get if I get like 2 beers and an appetizer, she's like,
okay, big shot.
She gets a check back and she's like, here's. I'm like, you said you paid for it. You said it was your treat.
You said you would. We said we would. Yeah, that sucks. And then she just wants you to opt out. We'll pay. It's like, I got it.
But it is funny, too. It's like if a single other person comes, so on Sunday night, it was my sister's 21st birthday.
Mm-hmm. Lit.
And she, for whatever reason, my sister decided it'd be a good idea to invite like a couple of her friends to like the family birthday dinner.
Whoa, crossing the line here.
Right.
So can't mix friends. Learned it from you.
God. So it's like, now because of that, like my mom probably would have picked up the tab for the family, but now she feels obligated to pick up the tab for my sister and her friends. And so like we get booted out because my sister decided to invite two friends that she won't be friends with in 8 months.
So they were in on the bill. Her friends were on the bill, but
Her
you guys weren't.
Her friends got the free tab, but her grandson and her son and daughter.
Yeah, your sister's not gonna talk to those girls ever again. I fucking hate Sarah. She's such a bitch. Is that the girl that went to your birthday dinner 1 week ago? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but they won't eat much, You gotta look at who you're buying for here. It's like two girls. It's like, hey, might get a couple drinks and like an app. I think two dudes. It's like, oh shit.
I think you're the only friend of mine that my mom would gladly just be like, we got it.
Really?
We got it.
I would stay in line. I think.
We got it. Don't Ben.
Ooh. Thanks, Mrs. Mulinaro. Still can't call your parents by their first names. Never
That's
will.
so wild.
Thank
God I have for your dad. I can just say Coach P.
Oh, that's great, man.
So great.
And he likes
Mr.
that more
Polizzi?
than ew.
Nah.
Gross.
But I'm not going to
bro.
call him Joe. Like,
Come
what? We're not
on,
on that level. Hell no.
Joe. Bro, it's the funniest thing. Calling my dad Joe. I'll just do it randomly. Hey, Joe.
Joe P. It always freaked me the fuck out, dude. When we were young, like elementary school or middle school,
Trash people
would call like friends' parents just by their first name. I'm like, you are 11 years old.
Unbelievable. You just called him Steve. You're 11.
Unreal,
dog.
How do you do that?
The nerve.
Unbelievable.
I would throw up in the bathroom if somebody made me call their dad by their first name. Just call me Dan.
Bro, I've been married for almost 4 years together, like with my wife for 6, and I think I just started calling her mom by her first name like 6 months ago.
That's tough.
Because it got to a point that she literally, like, there was like a literal sit down conversation. It was like, stop calling me Mrs. Aldridge.
I just wouldn't be able to.
I'm like, I'd
have to dig deep into my soul.
It still feel like it's still a little bit. I mean, it lessens. It lessens the
Every
more
time
time
you say
goes.
it.
Every time I say it, but still, it is to that point wherever I'm just like, "Hey, Kelly," I'm like,
Man, the disrespect just coming out of your pores every time you say a first name.
yeah. I remember there's a couple kids on like baseball teams I play on. We'd be 10, and they literally just be like, "Hey, Joe,"
What?
to my dad. And I was like, I want to smack him with the back of my hand on their head.
Hey, come on, man.
It's like, jeez, at least call him Coach Joe for
Have
God's
some
sake.
manners.
I don't know. And my wife always gets on me about that too. She's like, it's really not a big deal. What? And my mother-in-law called it. She's just like, he's just a good Catholic boy. And I think really that's like, Catholics, they were just raised that way a little bit differently, I think.
Dude, I was calling my boss at work Mr. Dickinson, bro. Yeah. And it felt right. He's like, dude, call me Scott, man. I was like, no, I don't know you.
Right.
You pay me, bro. I'm your servant right now. You're Mr. Dickinson.
Like
bro.
those friends of mine would call a parent like Steve and then literally go destroy their basement at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, you can't
when you're 11
Steve
years
them
old.
up and then put a hole through the ceiling with a pool stick.
Right. Like you're not shaking his hand and then going and playing a quick 9 after work with him. Like you're there to fuck up his house.
You're in 7th grade. Are you guys business partners? God, give me a break.
Or the worst was when...
Don't even talk. Ooh, this has creamer in it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The worst is
crazy.
when a chick would call her own mom or dad by their first name. Like
Oh,
consistently.
my God. That's a different level. Oh, the kind of balls you have to do that. Yeah, just ask Tammy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Peggy wants to know if your mom wants to help out at the next football game. I'm like, is Peggy a girl in our grade? What the fuck are you talking about? That's your mom's name.
Tammy doesn't give a fuck what we do. It's like...
I'm a little scared of your upbringing.
She gonna come down and drink with us? Probably. I don't know.
But I'll be there.
And I'll call her Mrs. Such and Such.
For
you
sure.
can call her Tammy. I'm not doing that.
I'm sucking up the whole time, but I'm still going to partake in all the illegal activity.
Because sometimes
I'm just gonna be the nice guy.
Sometimes all it takes for a mom is just calling her Mrs. or Miss, and
Good
they
side.
think that you are the sweetest dude ever. Yeah. That's gonna be a strict thing for me. with my son.
I think it doesn't even need to be said.
I'm going to be like, every single time he leaves the house, I'm going to be like, and if you see an adult, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Mr., Mrs., right?
The yes, sir thing's a little militant.
It is militant. I hate it. And
it is a good look, though. Like if a younger kid yes sir'd you, you'd be like, just saying, like, damn.
If that's a stranger or something, not a stranger, but like if it's a neighbor that you don't really know, but like if you know the house that you're going over to, it is strictly Mr. and Mrs. until you can at least legally buy your first alcoholic beverage.
Oh, yeah. You're throwing the may I please in there.
Dude.
You're throwing so many things. You're sprinkling thank yous everywhere. Like you're at the castle of the royal family or some shit.
But they said call him Dan. No, I don't care. I do not care what they said. What I say is Mr. and Mrs. Okay, and do it. Just you can never go wrong with that. So that's where I'm at.
We got mail time.
Mail time. All right.
That might be a new thing. And honestly, this just came into my head. I know you're going to kill me for it, but we haven't done a mold in our minute. In a while, I just want to toss that in the air.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's time. And I know you got fucking 15 loaded up in the clip ready to go. I know you do.
All right. This is from Andrew. Had to write in and say how much I love this pod since I started listening a few months back. I first saw your videos on Twitter and was immediately hooked, especially Johnson and Schmitty.
Oh, that too.
There's one pod where Joey was doing his Mel Kiper impression and nailed it. It's a concern, and Ben was dying. When Ben said that it goes so hard, I lost it. My goal is to now incorporate it's a concern into my everyday life.
Just for no reason, saying concern. Perfect.
Dude, in a business, yeah, just like get a,
I'm really concerned
your
about
Monday
what?
morning meeting. Yeah. Yeah, the numbers are down. It's a bit of a concern. Also, I was listening to the one where you guys talked about NFL players and their asses. When Ben brought up Mike Tolbert, I almost keeled over laughing so hard. Although, to be honest, instead of asses, I might have preferred discussion about heinies. Oh, God. And he attached a picture of a Heineken.
Oh, shit. What a well-crafted email, bro. Thank you.
That right there from Andrew, that is someone who just gets Johnson and Schmitty.
Hey, Clubhouse knows Clubhouse.
That's right. Absolutely.
Heinies. I'll take 2. Can we rip a Johnson and Schmitty video?
Yeah, I probably should.
Let's do it.
Maybe another 4th of July. That first one, dude.
Lock it in, dude. Yeah, that was so much fun. I thought I had a heart attack the whole time.
It was, dude. And I think you actually stayed around at my pool for a little bit and hung out. Best ever.
It was the writing session beforehand. More these guys BTS before we did that.
Yeah.
We had the script like it's always 75% there.
Yep.
When we're like ready to record, it's not done. Yep. So we got to like brainstorm lines and stuff, and that's always high pressure. But we were outside by the pool, and I remember I was just pacing around your pool, and one of us thought of that line at the end that's like, I better catch up.
You brought the mustard and the hot dogs? I'm going to go.
Dude, I'll never forget.
It was like we literally are about to reenact the LeBron D Wade alley-oop meme right
Let's
there.
do part 2. 4th of July, guys.
I love it. All right, this is from Tommy. Title, Love the Show. Dear Ben and Joey, easily my favorite pod I've ever listened to. There's never been a moment you guys have said something or an observation that wasn't both relatable and hilarious. My buddies and I went to Catholic school 3rd through 8th grade, so always love hearing you guys tell similar stories. My question/story is this. Did you guys ever have to go to confession as a class during school hours?
Yo.
That's the question. Our class would go and they'd have different priests set up around the church. Whenever someone got done, the next person would go to the next available priest. One priest was married. He was Episcopalian before converting to Catholicism, and I guess they allow wives. So, and his granddaughter was in our class. Well, one time it was her turn to go, and the available priest was her grandpa, and our teacher did nothing to stop her going to him.
Oh, no.
My friends and I still can't believe it and laugh at it today. Anyway, long-winded story, but figured these guys ask, keep up the good work. Here we go, Steelers. Fuck yeah, Tommy.
Slap my ass, Tommy.
Catholic school Steeler fan. I mean, that's just, you're literally my brother. Yes, that sounds like exactly like our setup that we had.
It was really weird, really confusing. So homegirl went to the priest that was her grandpa.
So she was just like, I lied and I stole my sister's Hershey bar. Okay, 10 Hail Marys.
I don't even know if she laid one out there, man. They could have just had a little catch-up session in there.
Right.
This, hey, you been at school?
Hey, Peppo. Hey, Peppo. Just, you know what? I'm going to sit
I swear
here.
I'll come over more with the family. Yeah.
Yeah, that was exactly the setup.
I was the biggest liar during confession, dude. Never lied more in my life. When's the time you lied the most? During confession. Is there anything you need to bring up that you've
Dude, the thing
done
that
in the
always,
past? Or sins you've committed? I'm like, talk back to my mom.
the thing that always
Stole something from Dick's Sporting Goods that day.
Yeah, you're 17 years old, and the worst thing you've done is talk back to your mom. Okay, priest just needs to call you out on your shit.
So you've been jerking off or what, Joey? Fucking spill the beans. What you been watching?
So tell me, Pornhub or YouPorn?
Are we doing UJIS or come on? Let's. I need a new site for tonight. Yeah, dude. Just be real with me, priest. That's a video right there. Real priest during confession.
God, but yeah, we would. And you kind of look around the side of the gym you were sitting on to see if anybody was eyeing that priest. So some motherfuckers would start creeping over there. I'd be like, no. We have to wait.
Oh, because they wanted the priest that was cool or something?
They wanted to go to the priest that they liked or the priest that was cool, and so like all of a sudden they would start kind of like, they would be lounging a little bit, just kind of like lurking, kind of like a shark circling the area. They wouldn't be in the bleachers anymore. I'd be like, no. It needs to, until that person's ass gets up, and then you make a beeline. And if you're the first one there, then you make it.
You're thinking about high school. Okay, high school confession, different setup. It wasn't even your like OG church, like there's a fence in between us. We just had 2 chairs on the basketball court, like 8 different stations, 8 priests came in, just did rounds.
Literally public confession. You're like, there's an echo in here. People can hear me.
Yo, can we play some music or something? Can we get like a Backstreet Boys ambiance or like just anything? Like, give me.
The priest is just like, you did what? Everybody looks over. You're like, God damn, Father.
No shit. Keep it down, dog. Father Johnny, can we take it down a couple decibels?
Look at everything around you, man. This place has been around since 1956.
I got it in right, dude. The chairs were like this far apart. So you had to like raise your voice.
They were closer.
I was like, bro. Yeah. Okay, listen to this. What should I do? I cheated on a test. I feel bad about it, but I got an A.
And then every time the priest literally just had a shit. Some of them would almost be asleep, and he'd just be like,
yeah, no shit. This is just like this, dude.
Dude, they'd be like asleep.
Listening to me?
Yeah, 10 Hail Marys, 15 Our Fathers.
Peace.
And then you're like, okay, you go over there, you kneel, you'd be like, you wouldn't say it, you'd be kneeling, you'd be like, okay, if somebody were to be watching me, if I sat here long enough that they would think he probably has done 10 Hail Marys and 15 Our Fathers.
But you got to do them on site? No, you don't do them. I thought it was like homework.
No.
10 Hail Marys, 4 Our Fathers. I'd be like, all right, I'll get it done tonight. Peace.
No, they would
shake
like
up with them.
They would send you back, and there's a little kneeling prayer area. Wow.
What a moment. And I was just like, yo, this is wasting all the time today. I kind of love confession.
Yeah. Some teachers that like they'd be shitty, like, okay, I guess you're going to confession.
They would be.
I'm like, you want us to? We're supposed to.
What are you going to do about it, bitch?
Make you feel bad about going to confession.
Should have taught at Center Grove. Bye.
This is from Christian. The title's Wedding Food. Which we got some good suggestions on that too. Hey guys, just listen to the pod at work and notice you talking about wedding food. I'm getting married next May and I'm planning on having a pasta bar like you guys talked about. Hell yeah. Is the move to have pasta pre-made and already mixed in sauce, or have it separated for the guests to have more of a choice? Keep up the good work and slap my ass. Christian, well, first of all, congrats. Second of all, yeah, it is definitely the second option there, my man.
Yeah.
Make it out to be a buffet. Like a Subway of pasta.
Love that.
Because you literally, so the way it works
pasta,
for me.
Pick your sauce, pick your, what's
got,
going on top. Diced tomatoes, we putting olives on there.
Yep.
You know what it is.
Because, yeah, some people want to mix it up. Some people, we ran into some people had like, dietary shit. So it was like, okay, well, just literally, if they just want pasta and just want the noodles, they can do that. If they want the warm noodles, they're tossing in the plate for them to warm it up, then they can move on, like Ben said. And, you can get your, vodka sauce, or you can get your, what's Alfredo or what, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't like Italian, maybe just throw some butter on there.
Butter noodles, absolutely.
Kind of sounds good right now.
I think that's definitely the move, because
maybe
then
have both.
Because then if it's prepackaged, and I'm just looking out for you, my man, I wouldn't really care because it is what it is. But then if it's prepackaged, I feel like some people might be like, "Oh, what
was this cooking all night?" Or
right? How long has this even been here? Like, is this just run into that? So
and just have a big pot of cold spaghetti too for all the freaks at your wedding.
Yeah,
just in case my dad shows up and wants some or anything. You ever have cold spaghetti?
Like with the sauce on it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, that must be some down bad morning food.
No,
because everybody in my family was kind of fishing out of the like silver big pot in the fridge. Dude, if you haven't eaten cold spaghetti, dude, I think my dad used to eat cold spaghetti on purpose. He'd make it, put it in the refrigerator, eat the next day, all day cold, just slapping it.
Yeah, no.
Cold pizza is probably the far. What's the cold food that you'll?
I do cold pizzas, so I can't.
Pizza.
I do cold. I do cold pizza before I watch football games.
Before you watch football games?
No, it's just like
or just improv that. I was like, that's a crazy tradition, dude.
No, I was just
before kickoff, everybody get in here.
I was just
everybody
saying,
take a slice of this fucking stiff ass pizza.
all of our weird, how pizza instead of pizza.
Got to change the P's to B's, or you're not living.
Football with no T.
Ugh, we need a list of these, by the way.
Yeah, dude, it's like how how we love that shit, the cold pizza, where you're literally just like. Rip it off. God, give my jaw a workout.
Damn it. Give me that jawline. You want a good jawline? Just go on me and Joey's diet.
Twizzlers and cold pizza.
Just tearing shit out of my mouth like a dog.
That's all you can eat, though. Like maybe a couple times a week, and then nothing else but coffee, and that's it. And then you'll lose weight and have a jawline. You might die, but...
Hey, it's fine. I mean, die doing what you love.
How'd he go out? He only had cold pizza. He wanted me to tell you. He only had cold pizza and Twizzlers for 3 weeks. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And he only did that twice a week. Oh, okay. Must be in the These Guys Clubhouse. Okay.
No, but really, is there another food that you'd eat cold? Like, is there anything weird you're like smacking on?
I could do cold. I mean, who couldn't? But like cold wings,
Oh God, are they?
If you're just picking up, if you're just picking, if it's like a traditional wing, like a boneless, or no, a traditional like buffalo wing, and I don't care how long it's been there, I'll freaking pick that up and rip that out of there. Yeah. Same thing though with like beat ups, boneless. Like if they've been sitting there, like they're leftovers, you're just like, whatever.
Dude, I'll eat a whole Thanksgiving plate cold sometimes.
Weirdly. Why does that work?
Just because you're so ready to eat the leftovers because it was so good the day of Thanksgiving, you're just kind of like, it's a leftover day. It's kind of like made for it. You're like microwave. It was warm yesterday. Let's switch it up.
I had the warm. Now I want the cold. I like to do both. Yeah,
it's just meant for it.
There's
whole plate stuffing.
There's a Black Friday NFL game this year.
I thought that's been happening.
Nah, first year.
Who was playing?
I think the Jets and the Dolphins. Gonna have so much Jets this year, dude. They're gonna go 9-8.
Jets are wearing black jerseys, I bet.
I'm already over it, man. I already am.
I'm kind of with the Jets. I'm okay with it.
This is from Jimmy. Title is College Football. Hey guys, just want to say I love the podcast. It's the only one I heavily anticipate every week.
Thanks, love Jimmy. You guys.
Thank you.
Man.
Waking up every Tuesday, I just can't wait to hear these guys. Keep up the good work, boys. I just had a few questions regarding college football. What is one school/campus you would love to see college game day broadcast from? Also, an additional crucial question. What is your favorite college football uniform of all time?
Oh, yeah, you better stop.
With respect and a slap to my ass, Jimmy Wilson. I love the way you said, and I slapped to my ass. That's hilarious.
We're getting respectful out here.
Thank you, Jimmy. On multiple fronts. Okay, so the first one. What is a school/campus you would love to see college game day broadcast from? Ben, you got any?
They've done like every school kind of, right? They've done like every
Pretty
Big
much.
Ten school. I don't like it when the little schools are like, oh, we're going to get game day this year. I'm like, you don't deserve it. So I'm not going to say one of those. It's got to be realistic, like a Wabash DePaul. I'm like, yeah, okay, it'd be cool. And I get it. Big rivalry, but like, you're not there. Don't overstep.
But I do like once every year, once every 2 years when they do randomly go, and it's like they're in Fargo, North Dakota.
Well, yeah, I think they deserve it.
You don't think like a Wabash DePaul one time, just like
it's not good for TV, man.
See, I think the opposite. I think that one time, like if they did it more than once, it wouldn't ever be the same. But that one time,
yeah. Who's the like the one AA school or the D2 school that like Pierre Garçon went to?
Mount Union.
They went there and that shit was hype. So forget it. Yeah.
Locally to us, that would be cool. DePaul, Wabash DePaul, and they talk about that every Thanksgiving weekend on rivalry weekend. They pick that game.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're
for the Monon Bell.
They're in the system.
Yeah, Reese Davis always be like, all right, for the Monon Bell in the state of Indiana.
So that's like a huge rivalry nationwide?
I don't know about huge, but like it's a known historic rivalry that like, yeah, it's on game day. They'll have the graphics up there. And like, even if the people don't know what they're talking about, Herbie will always have some sort of insight because he's Herbie. But they'll throw their picks out there for it on like rivalry weekend.
God, I'm trying to think now, man.
So that'd be sick. Selfishly for me, I mean, I think the last time that game day went to Purdue was like 2004.
Where do they play? Ohio State.
I think it was Purdue, Wisconsin.
So when Kyle Orton did the flip.
I think.
Never forget when his ass was upside down in the air. I was like, he's going to die. Somebody's paralyzed.
We're like 20 years removed from that. So I think that would be great to see it come back to there, just selfishly because I would probably definitely be up there for it. One place that I would love for it to go down, and this is not a college campus, but I would love for a game to be played at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and have College Game Day live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Boom.
Ooh. What teams?
They've done that. It would have to be like Notre Dame and
ugh. I know, I get it, but like, God.
I don't know what teams, man, but they've done that plenty of times before. They've done it from Churchill Downs. They've done it from the Masters.
Wait, there was a game at Churchill Downs?
No, but they've done game day from there, I'm pretty sure. And they did it from the Masters in Augusta back in like 2020. And they had game day from Bristol because they had it was Tennessee Virginia Tech inside the Bristol racetrack where they race NASCAR.
So they played there. I like College Game Day where they're playing. I don't like an off-site. I'm like, where's everybody going after?
Yeah.
It's like wedding reception, wedding vibe, Have it at the same place.
No, that's a good point. That's
all the transfer, I don't know.
I just selfishly would think that would be iconic at such an iconic venue. And one time, again, we're not talking this being a regular thing ever, just like a one-off. That week where it's kind of a down week, and you're kind of like, man, what's game day going to do? Where are they going to go?
Like what week? Like week 3? Week 2?
Week 3 or like randomly like in late October, early November, like right before all the rivalry games start happening, and you're like, best game we got on calendar is like number 23 versus not even a ranked team, but they're just kind of conference opponents.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Right.
They got to be freaking out. Where are they going?
Send me there. Send me one of those places.
I'd like if College Game Day just kept on the low till the morning of. So you're like, where are they?
That would be so sick.
Yeah, man. Where are they going? And then they're at your campus? No! They're here. They're setting up on the Orange Home Depot shit. Let's go. Get in line. How sick would that be? That'd be Christmas.
It would be insane. But how, like,
the greatest Christmas ever.
Logistically, how would you,
just keep it on the DL big time.
Because then there'd be no crowd. But then if you tried to tell just the people on campus, a million motherfuckers would be like, oh my God, game day's coming here on Twitter.
Pop-up game day.
Maybe we should do that.
Pop-up game day. What's up? We're here. Yeah. Did you guys know? No.
Pop-up game day
Surprise.
with Johnson and Schmitty.
Oh, God. You know what else is popping up? Jeez. Pitch a tent. I can't think of anything. I want it in a baseball stadium, though. Weirdly.
Wrigley.
And then, like, what's the teams, though, Northwestern,
Purdue.
Ugh. Oh, my God.
Additional college question. What is your favorite college football uniform of all time?
This is just going to ruin my life.
Yeah, I don't know if Ben would be able to think of that here in the next 10 minutes that we got left, but...
God dang. I don't know, man. There's too many. The first uniform I saw in college that I was like, oh, this is clean, was the North Carolina They were playing FSU like when I was like 10. I think that was the moment I was like, oh, this is an insane. Like this game looks so good just to watch, not even watch football.
Right. Yeah.
Football. No T.
Aesthetically.
Yeah, I was like this. I could look at this all day, and it was North Carolina's uniforms that they had in like, I don't know, like 2000. They brought them back and they wear them like 3 times a year now, but they're just like,
what is it? The baby blue jersey, the Carolina blue jersey. What is it?
I think it's
burpy boys
they're
this
white
week.
ones, and they're just so classic. There's nothing to them. They just look like 2003 jerseys.
I like when they incorporate the navy.
That's what. Yeah, it's on there. It's
okay.
like if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, those are hidden.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, that's a can't miss for me. That one, top five.
I'm such a blue blood bitch when it comes to college football uniforms, man. Like, I'm just so simple. Like, I just give me the classics, man. If I see the classics on my TV screen on a Saturday in the fall, I'm happy. I don't need all this just this pizzazz. I don't need any of that. If you got the scarlet and gray Ohio State, I think I did. Yeah. Whoop whoop. If you have the scarlet and gray, if you have the maize and blue, if you got the Golden Dome Notre Dame, if you got the all white Penn State, it's just
dirty.
You can't beat that shit, man. I mean, it's so good. You know, the burnt orange Texas with the long, like, it's just that is college football. What's
your wild and out though? You got a wild and out pick?
Oh yeah, no, I have those for sure. I always love Oklahoma State's uniforms.
Oh yes,
dude. Like maybe my favorite is like the Brandon Whedon, Justin Blackman days where the all blacks and they would have like the orange Lone Star thing right there, like on the
people don't know. I'm glad you know about this shit. A lot of people don't even realize.
And the way the OSU came on the helmet and like the matted black helmet and there's the little touches of orange that they had. They're so sick. So Oklahoma State,
it's a sexy school.
Big Oklahoma State fan when it comes to that. You know, everybody goes crazy about what TCU. I love the purple.
TCU might have the best in the game right now.
Dude, the purple and then randomly adding like the little hint of red in there.
Crazy to even, why would you do, it's perfect.
But it makes me want black raspberry ice cream so badly. I'm literally just looking at Grader's black raspberry ice cream.
It's a good game, but can we go to Culver's real quick? It is. It really is.
Yeah, so maybe the Big 12 is just working for me because I got Oklahoma State and TCU. And when TCU does the all whites that are so clean, it's just so crispy. Fuck. It's amazing.
Could talk about it all day. Good picks. What else? He said one more thing, didn't he?
No, those were it. So yours was just the North Carolina one, though?
You if I got to pick one, man. But that TCU that you just said. Mm-hmm. And I like how a lot of schools are going like minimal now, but TCU's got like the horns on the neck going on.
Oh yeah.
God damn. Yeah. Keep them plain and then have something like super like, whoa. And that's my
Cincinnati Stormtroopers.
Those are nice. When they had, what's his name? That receiver.
Marty Gilliard.
Yeah. He was crazy.
When LSU brings out the purple joints.
Those look so, I'm like, do it more.
I love it so much. Yeah. God, I can't wait for college football.
Any black jersey, I'm a little whore for. Really. Everybody's like, oh my God, too many black jerseys. I'm like, no, I want more. I want every school to have a black jersey. I don't care. I want all of it. And you know what? And no school should have gray uniforms anymore. Gray uniforms are so ugly to me.
Too pajama-y.
You just see the sweat.
Too pajama. You got different shades of gray going on because of the color, because of sweat.
It looks disgusting, man.
All right. From Matt, says for the show, hey Benny and Joey, huge fan of the show. I've been Espresso fan for a while, so when I heard that you two were starting this back in October, I was so excited and I've listened to every episode. Thanks, Matt.
Slap it, babe.
Just was curious about your guys' thoughts on Cleveland. I'm from that area, and knowing that y'all are based out of Indy, with Joey being a Steelers fan, go Browns, sorry, I was curious to hear what you guys take on it. Slap my ass and make sure there are PPs at the function, pulled porks, so everybody knows.
There's got to be PP at the function. If there's not PP at the function, I'm not going.
So oh my God. So Clubhouse.
Oh my God. Do you have some PP there for me?
Thanks everybody. Again, teamtheseguys@gmail.com. Love hearing from you every week. And they just keep getting better and better. So I appreciate that. Cleveland. You know, I would love to come up there for just like a full-on sports weekend.
They got a funny bone.
Would love to come up there and do a show on a Thursday and then like hit a Guardians game on Friday and then stay for college football on Saturday and just watch at some bar and then probably not go to a Browns game because
I
hate the Browns.
Yeah, you could never go to a game that wasn't the Steelers.
Even if like it'd be even worse if they're playing the Steelers because like I hear that people like piss on people and like throw batteries at them and shit if they're a Steelers fan.
That would make me want to go.
I don't really want to. Yeah, but you know me, I'm Mulinaro. Like,
but doesn't it fun kind of?
Yeah, but it just gets to a certain point, like because you can go 80%.
What if the Steelers are beating their ass though?
It's great, but it's like you got 80% where people are like fun and just like play the game with it, but then you got like 20% that like really take it to a personal level, and I'm too much of a hothead, that to where then it's not fun for me because then I'm just pissed and I don't want to do that. But
you got a minute right now for the Browns?
Cleveland seems like a great. That's ideal. I would love to do that because I think you'd be able to go up there, get some great like dive bar meals, drink some beer, watch some football.
No tea in football.
Watch some football.
There we go.
And do a show on like a Thursday night there or something.
That's a great weekend. Thursday night show. Sell that thing out. That night, we're going to Dave & Buster's till they close. Mm-hmm. The next day, we're going to the mall the whole day. Mm-hmm. Everything. We're just shopping. We don't have any money, but we're shopping. We're just getting it done. We're going to TJ Maxx. Doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. At night, you know what? We're going to a Cavs game.
That'd be fun. I would love to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I will say I do. The passion and like the loyalty, I guess, is something that I admire about how passionate Cleveland folks are. And like, I feel like Cleveland's one of those that like with Indianapolis, you got like Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, Louisville, all these kind of towns like right here in the more Midwest-ish that are all kind of like weird cousins. Like we're all kind of on the same team in a way.
Yeah. They see Indianapolis and they're like, "What's up, bro?"
Right. We speak the same language to a certain extent. Like we just like to have a good time, drink some beers, watch our teams. Like we're proud as fuck from where we're from. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that.
And we work hard.
Dog pound.
But do they have an amusement park? Because I'd hit that up too.
Oh, I think they're just down the road from Cedar Point.
Oh God, put that in the plan. The itinerary.
I'm pretty sure Cleveland's just down the road from old Sandusky, Ohio, with Cedar Point. I mean that's it for Cleveland. And it really, like if you remove the Browns part of it, I got literally no problem with Cleveland at all. It's just when you add the Browns in, then that's where it comes. But it's
1 minute left. Browns new logo. What do you think?
I honestly haven't seen it.
Wow, you're that Steelers fan? Can't look.
No, it hasn't been anywhere on my feed. I don't really know. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love it, bro. Dude, it could be your face. You'd be like, "Fuck the Browns."
Probably. All right, TG40. Remember, watch us on YouTube, subscribe, keep sending it to 5, 7, 10 friends. Throw in the group chat. Hey, check out these guys.
Send it to your dad.
Maybe we'll do a little pop-up college game day. Love that idea. Appreciate everybody emailing in. teamtheseguys@gmail.com. Send them in, baby. Love hearing from them every week for mail time.
Yep.
Anything else?
Whatever you need. You need advice. You need whatever you have on your mind. Send it to these guys' email. We'll figure it out.
teamtheseguys@gmail.com. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio, August 2nd, Fort Wayne, Indiana, August 17th, and Cincy on August 22nd, with more to come, I think, in September. So be on the lookout for that.
Get those ticks. And, we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
We're going to Cleveland. These guys.